Before he's sworn in as Montana's 25th governor, Greg Gianforte talked about the status of his new administration and plans for tackling the pandemic and the economy. MTN chief political reporter Mike Dennison has more from the governor-elect 6 days before he takes office.
Governor-elect Gianforte, speaking via the internet to reporters, said the #1 issue for Montana is tackling the COVID-19 pandemic, and that he'll be announcing new guidelines next week once he takes office. He wouldn't say what he's considering, but seemed to indicate that some restrictions in place now could be relaxed.
I've always said that the decisions we make on January 4th and beyond need to be based on the facts on the ground at that point. I would point out that we've seen a precipitous drop in the rate of the number of new infections per day. That's encouraging to me.
He did say he'll be wearing a mask in the Capitol and getting a vaccine when it becomes available to him. But he said repeatedly that Montanans should have the freedom to make their own decisions on protecting themselves and others.
I think with freedom comes responsibility, and I trust Montanans to make the right decisions for themselves and the people around them. Again, we'll get through this together.
On his cabinet, Gianforte so far has named only one nominee out of a dozen state agency heads that he must appoint. He said it's taken time to go through a crush of qualified applicants and that he'll unveil more, but not all of them, this week.
Well, I'm well over half of the 12 have been offered and accepted. We're just in the process of getting those packaged up so we can get them out to you and share the details. But I would also say that from my career of building teams, it's important. The most important thing is having the right person in the chair, not just filling a chair.
And finally, when asked about legislative priorities, Gianforte said it's outlined in his Montana comeback plan, but he cautioned that next year's budget may be tight.
I said to both the majority and the minority, if they have ideas that are consistent with that comeback plan, we're going to be supportive. As long as they fit in the overall package. We do have constraints, fiscal constraints, which is going to make it difficult for a lot of new spending.
As the incoming governor said, don't expect much in the way of surprises. He'll be trying to enact what he promised during the campaign, a more frugal and conservative state government. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Gianforte will be sworn in next Monday at a ceremony at the Capitol that will be streamed on Facebook.